Hey, what's going on, guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. The Hydroblu Versaflow hollow fiber water filter. You have seen me using this for a long period of time. At this point, I've showed it in several trip videos. I've shared it in gear lists. This really truly has become, for the year of 2019, my favorite water filter, way more so than the Sawyer Micro. We're gonna get into the differences between these two filters, because a while back I talked about the Micro really being my favorite filter and my go-to filter. That has totally changed. The Versaflow is my go-to water filter at this point. This thing has just performed well. It holds up to a lot of sediment. It backflushes really well, but it has one negative about it. So let's go ahead and talk about that negative now, because a lot of times people are putting their water filter on top of their water bottle. And rather than using a water bag to push water through the filter into the water bottle, you're screwing the water filter onto the water bottle itself, and this is just dirty water in there, and then you're basically using this as a straw. This is the negative aspect of the Versaflow that I experienced most recently on my trip to Olympic National Park. I put this on a smart water bottle, and something that is important to know about this is on the inlet and the outlet side, there's not an O-ring similar to what you have on the Sawyer Micro or even on the Sawyer Squeeze. This uses a compression fitting that when you screw the bottle down onto the threads, it's supposed to cover around this little ring that is inside of the threads, but it doesn't create the same seal as the Micro does. And so what happens is you have to crank this thing down really, really tight onto your bottle, and by doing that, it made it really hard to unscrew the filter from the bottle itself. And because of that, I was breaking my bottle. It was just making a huge mess, and I didn't end up drinking as much water as I probably should have, because when I squeeze the water out, it can't draw air back into the bottle, so it's not expanding, making it harder to drink water. It's just kind of a mess. Otherwise, this 2.6 ounce water filter is roughly the same size as the Sawyer Squeeze, but the flow rate on this, let's talk about the flow rate. This has continued to just give an awesome amount of flow through the liters and liters and liters of water that I have put through it. Now, I recently did a test that put this filter against the Sawyer Squeeze, against the Sawyer Micro, and the Sawyer Mini. And what was funny from that is what I did is I put a liter of water into my Knock Vecto. I put a liter of water into this, I screwed the water filter onto the bottom, and then I just let it gravity feed without any squeezing of it. And the times that I got on this, the Sawyer Mini, which this was a used Sawyer Mini as well, had the fastest flow rate, which was really surprising to me. This mixed with the Mini, 7 minutes and 21 seconds for it to go through on the gravity filter of 1 liter. Now, I know that there are some variables and conditions that affect how this works, and so it's not perfect science. Now, the Versaflow came in second next to it. What is important about the Versaflow compared to the Mini, though, is the Mini is notorious for clogging and just becoming kind of a mess, and the Versaflow has continued to just perform really well. Now, the time for the Versaflow to draw and gravity feed that 1 liter of water was a time of 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Behind that was the Sawyer Squeeze with 8 minutes and 29 seconds, so pretty close. And then the slowest, and it was this filter right here, the Sawyer Micro. This thing is just proving to not be as great as everybody has, even myself, has made it out to be. Now, this had the longest time, and what I made sure to do, because I pulled this right out of the package, I made sure I wetted it and ran water through it before I did the test. This had the longest time of 11 minutes and 55 seconds, so significantly longer than both of these, but particularly the Versaflow. Now, what I love about the Versaflow is the cost of it. You've got just a great designed piece of equipment here. You've got female threads on the inlet side, and you've got female threads on the outlet side. The nice thing about that is I don't have to have extra pieces of equipment like a coupler or anything to be able to attach a gravity to this. I can just screw a bottle and my water bag straight to this and not have to have couplers and other things on there. Now this is like 0.4 ounces heavier than the Micro, which to me is negligible weight, and I want to be able to have a consistent, reliable water filter. The other thing that I like about this is you've got this little window right here that lets you see into the filter. I think that's really cool. Like you can see that when it isn't backflushed, the like sediment that is inside of there. That's really, really nice to be able to know, oh yeah, maybe I should really backflush this before I start using it. Now you can purchase this by itself without any kind of bags. You can just get the filter itself. But for like $30, you can get a kit that has the filter, a straw, but you've got these 64-ounce water bags, and 2 of them that are included that also have these carabiners to be able to hang the water, which is super convenient. And it's got this hole that is like riveted basically into the bag that makes hanging super easy. Sawyer could definitely take a point of learning from what these bags provide as an included bag. So having 128 ounces of water with these bags is really nice. That is the Hydroblu Versaflow. I have just enjoyed this in the field so much. I have never got sick with it, and people have commented and said, well, Sawyer's made in the USA and Hydroblu's made in China. Guys, there's great things that come out of China, and there are great things that come out of the United States. This is one of those things that I trust. I have never got sick from this. I have drank some pretty gnarly, stagnant, disgusting desert water through this thing. I trust this. Versaflow from Hydroblu. Links down in the description if you want to purchase one for yourself. Super awesome water filter. That is the Versaflow. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next video.